Hello friends, today I'm going to show you how to service one of my favorite lenses. It is the Nikkor 28mm f2, and then we're talking about the AI version that you recognize because of the brown 22. And then this is one of the best lenses I have ever tested in terms of sharpness and color rendition. I have made a video comparing this guy, well, not exactly this one, but this lens with the 28mm f2.8 AES, that one, the version that gives the shortest focusing distance, which is also fantastic tense. You get here a link to that video that I need to update, and then let us work on this lens. Okay, so I got this lens from someone who asked me to repair it for him, and then what I can see is that the lens has already been intervened in. You can see wear on the screws, and then parts come out easily. This is a clear sign that someone has already opened the lens. And then what this lens has is stiff focusing, very bad. I will make a different video for showing you how to fix that. Now what we're going to do is to clean the lens, which is a more common thing, and then to do so we're going to disassemble it, obviously. Okay, so as you can see, I have already removed the rubber. I made also a specific video showing how to remove the rubber of the lens, because I have seen many of these guys deform and broken, and that breaks my heart, because these guys are really hard to get. Okay, but if you don't want to go and take a look at the video anyway, so I show you how I proceeded. So you have the rubber here, and then the first thing I use something very flat, not sharp at all, or you can use a toothpick as well. And then first thing you do is just to come below the rubber under here on the gap, and then as you can see there is a lot of glue here. So what you do is you come below and then you push, and then you rotate the toothpick or the flat tool you have. So you unstick this guy from the glue, and then once you have done that, with the toothpick you start pushing with your fingers slightly, and then you give one rotation again, and then the idea is so the rubber just pass above this small step that is here, that I'm showing with my finger. Okay, there's a small step there, so you get the rubber above that, and then you can start pushing it gently. So this is the best method I have found, so you don't deform the rubber at all. So, and then you will find yourself with this, and then something that might happen, at least it happened to me with the 24mm, is that this ring here that we're going to remove just after is really wear tight. And then what you can do, well, you can try already putting isopropyl alcohol here, so you can remove it. And even with that, if it doesn't come, what you can do is to use the rubber you just have removed before on the rim, and then you can get a very good grip, and then you are not going to hurt this guy. Okay, so and then once you get this guy loose, you simply remove it, and then we can see already a lot of dirt, and then you will find yourself with this. And then, as is very usual, we have to look for the set screw, so we can remove this element here. Now, before the set screw, You just need to get it loose, not to remove it, because you're going to waste time after putting it in, and then you can actually get this guy loose without removing the set screw. Okay, so that's for that. But before doing this, there is a few things you need to be careful about. You have this thing here, you can see a small screw. Then you can proceed with the disassembly and cleaning in very different ways, because you can simply do this. I'll show it to you just for illustration. You can take this guy, you can unscrew it, and then if you have dust into your lens, you can come simply and blow, and then you get rid of the particles of dust. If that's your problem, you don't need to go much further. Okay, well, you obviously need to do this on this side and then on the other side. Let me keep this ring just for a few seconds, because if we get the whole optical block moving around, it might get blocked, and then this is something you want to avoid. Okay, then let's say for the simpler cleaning, then we can remove the bayonet here. So I remove the bayonet, and then here for the simpler cleaning, so on this side we can simply come and unscrew this guy, and then here, okay, to gain access to the inside if it is clean, because there is a glass on the other side. So if you want to clean this guy from behind, you need to do this operation. So we open the diaphragm, and then we can blow this guy and clean it using lens cleaning fluid and tissues if necessary. I'm going to do that just after, and then here on this side as well. That is going to be if you simply need to do a very simple cleaning and to remove dust, for example. Okay, so if we want to go deeper into the cleaning, what we're going to do is that we're going to remove the optical block. This lens is actually in need of that, because I already took a look at it, and then it is extremely dirty. So I remove this element once again, and then if you do that, you will feel that you are able to slide, but you will be blocking, and then the element that is blocking you is that small screw that we're going to remove, but we need to be extremely careful when we remove it, because it is actually part of the focusing mechanism. And then you can see the screw is rotating here, so it is moving one part of the lens inside, so the focus is always nice, and then you get the maximum sharpness out of the lens. So we have this, and then we can do some of the motions. So what I do with the original alignment that I hope is good, so and then I did this already, is I mark, you can see this black line that I make here, I mark the position of the rod when the lens it is at infinity. And then what I'm going to do now Since I am in that position, I'm going to remove that small screw rod. Okay, here you have it. And then with that guy out, we can take the lens body, and then, as I was telling you, this lens really needs a cleaning. You can see it is extremely dirty. So what I'm going to do right now is just to stop the video for a few seconds, go and pick the cleaning stuff. So here we are ready for the cleaning, and then we are going to proceed as follows. We will start by cleaning all this fungus, or I don't know what it is, this grit, which is disgusting actually. So we're going to clean the exterior of the barrel, we'll clean the interior of the barrel, which is also rather dirty. There is sand, I don't know, wow, disgusting. So, and then to do so I'm going to take this really dirty cloth I use for cleaning, grease from lenses and so on. So we're going to put some isopropyl alcohol. And then let's get this guy clean. Okay, so this guy, it is now clean, at least better than before. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing on the lens body, and then here there is also a lot of grit. So first thing, I'm going to blow it. I do it out of the cloth because there is something that looks like sand, and then I don't want to have sand particles here on my cloth, obviously. Okay. So we repeat the same procedure as before. We take some isopropyl alcohol. Okay, here we go. The interior is also clean now, so it feels a lot better. We're going to remove this guy here. Well, dirt in here. I'm not going to worry a lot about this ring here. You can unscrew it, but since I'm going to make also a video to fix the SD focusing of this lens, I'm going to disassemble this guy further later in that video. So, but so far so good. So the bodies are clean. Now what is left is to clean the inside, and then here to do so you need to be extremely careful, and then you need to be aware of this. So you remember we cleaned the block, and then here in the beginning we remove this guy, and then here if you try to remove it, you see you have everything that is rotating. So this means we're going to remove the helicoid that is associated with this part. We don't want to do that. And then anyway, before we open this part of the lens in the very beginning, we were able to blow it. So what is here to finish is just small cleaning on the inside, because I saw there are some particles that we want to remove. And then what I'm going to do here to get like the nicest cleaning ever is to use my lens cleaning kit. Then I have my lens cleaning fluid that I think you can find on the video description. I bring out my 2 microfiber cloths, and then I will take my lens pen that I use just to push the cleaning tissues around. So here we have some particles, and then this is to be expected because this lens is quite old and came out a really long time ago. And then here on the part of the diaphragm, this is the only opening you have on the optical block, so you have particles of dust, especially if your lens is dirty, like it was the case with this lens. So you have chances that stuff is going to come and get into this part of the lens. So, but no worries, you're checking now this video, you know how to take care of this lens now. And then I use my lens cleaning fluid. Show it to you again, Hama HTMC, and then I will do with my microfiber cloth. I do a preliminary cleaning, which is the one you're seeing just now, and then with second and newer cloth I'm going to do a second cleaning, and that will be the last cleaning. Careful with the diaphragm closing. Then also careful here. Okay. So I am rotating, but then I realized I was checking if this element wasn't moving, but I am supported on the front rim, which is also supported here on this edge, which does not rotate. So that's a good thing. Be careful also here while doing this operation not to come and touch the blades, for example by doing this. Okay, and that's it for the cleaning. We are near done. So let me put my cleaning material aside. We still need to clean this guy. Obviously we'll do that at the end because we will be still touching this guy. So now we are going to reassemble or clean the lens. So, and then this is going to be very simple. So I have this guy here, which I didn't clean. It's cleaned now. And then this is going to give you my cue for the orientation, because I have this very small fork, and then I have this pin here that you have there, and then this is going to be my indicator for the orientation. I need to be aligned with that guy, and then here there is also this small mark there, so that will be my second cue, and then I need to go back in position, and then my last thing is I have my mark that I made in the beginning, which is going to be my infinity position. So I put it here, I put it here. So this is for the alignment. So I got my infinity here, I have my mark where the pin should go in, so I align the different holes, so I can come and get my little rod, which is not very easy to get in position here. Okay, little rod is in. Now we want to secure the assembly so it doesn't slide. So what I'm going to do is to put this ring immediately. So, and then I need to make sure, so I'm going to rotate a bit, because I had already a mark made here to indicate me that this is the position where the set screw is going to sit. Okay, that's for the set screw. This front element, you can tighten, then you can put the rubber. I'm not going to put it because I'm going to disassemble the lens again for a different video on showing how to fix the ST focusing. Then let me put the cap, then we put the bayonet, and then if your issue was just cleaning, we are near done. Okay, I need to make sure this fork goes, gets that part which is there, which is supposedly to be the easiest part, but for some reason I am not managing. Here you go. Then we'll look for the holes, and then with that we put the screws, and then we should be done. So this is it. This guy is ready to keep going for another 30 years, taking great pictures, and it has been doing it for already long time. This is all I wanted to show today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.